Chuck Noll was the epitome of success. The Pittsburgh Steelers coaching legend was hired in 1969 after the organization was consistently the worst team in the country. Before he was hired, the Steelers had just 4 winning seasons in the previous 20 years. It was a bold thing to take this job, but he knew he wanted to be the one to fix the organization. And Chuck Noll, he did just that. It wasn't easy. He left the first day of training camp and he told his wife, it's going to be a long few years. But he didn't give up. He knew they weren't good, but he wanted to build his way to championships through personal relationships, and he did that. Chuck Noll transformed a franchise that was the laughingstock of the National Football League into one of the most successful franchises in the history of the sport. In Chuck Noll, his life's work, the author Michael McCambridge writes on just how he did it. Chuck Noll was a tough, hard-nosed, old-school coach, but he was intentional in the personal development of his players. But one of his core beliefs in the midst of his coaching success was that he never wanted to have to motivate you to come and do your job well. He would say, if I have to motivate you, I may as well quit. He believed that if you as a player did the small things in your job, the team would be successful on the biggest stages of football. And boy, was he right. In the biography, the author writes about the players' admiration for Chuck Noll. Hall of Famer Joe Green had a lot of respect for his head coach. He said, he was more than the head coach to me. He was a mentor. The way he approached his team, the things that he said on an everyday basis, they meant a lot to us. He approached the team in a special way. Another Hall of Famer, Rod Woodson, said the same thing. When you talk about somebody who put his thumbprint on football, on a football team, and they played their way, the Steeler way, it's Chuck Noll. Chuck Noll transformed the Steelers franchise by being intentional in his personal relationships with each player. He genuinely cared about them on and off the field, and it made these players want to play for him and have success with him. When Chuck Noll took over the Steelers in 1969, they hadn't won a single playoff game. When he retired in 1992, they'd won 4 Super Bowls. Chuck Noll is Steelers football. Chuck Noll is success. And his life's work proved just that. Chuck Noll passed away in 2014, and because of his age, he wasn't really on social media at all, but the official Steelers account has sent out posts and tweets about him with his quotes or about some top 10 pictures of Chuck Noll, but he hasn't been very active at all on social media in his time.